Hi, everybody. This is Dawn Black. I am the, the host of Meet the Expert on the Block. I'm a local realtor in the Schaumburg area with Century 21 Circle. And I'm also doing these podcasts to just kind of get to know some of our local businesses so that if you're looking for a service, you'll be able to look on my business page and be able to find out who's out there for you to connect with. But before we do our meet our special guests, which they're attentively waiting here. I have to go through some housekeeping items. I hope you don't mind. We love interaction. I see one heart there. That's great. We love interaction with our guests. So if you're out there and you're seeing this and you just have some questions about what we're talking about or questions about what any questions that you may have, just put them in the comments. We'll get them on our end, and then what we'll do is we'll be sure to answer your question for you. Okay. So I'm just before we start. I know patience here. There are some people that are actually are saying hi. Let me do this. Yes, who is that? Yes, my husband, my top fan, Chris Block, is saying hi, everyone. Thanks very much for joining. He's my top fan. And then who else do we have here? Right now, nobody. But what I am going to do is I'm going to switch it over because it's time. It's time that we introduce our special guest. So I have Dave Wisniewski and Giana Hernandez. Dave is the owner of Waxing the City in the Schaumburg location. So if you wouldn't mind, Dave, just introducing yourself and your contact information.
For sure. Well, first, I want to thank you, Dawn, for having us
You're
on.
welcome. You're
Dawn has
welcome.
played an amazing role in my journey so far. She's actually became my realtor. I met her
Yay.
through the Schaumburg Business Association, and she found me and my wife and 5-year-old an amazing place in Lake Zurich. So she's your lady for realtor anything.
Yes, thank you. Thank
And yeah,
you.
so we met through the Schaumburg Business Association, which has also been such an amazing journey for me, meeting so many great business owners around the area. But anyway, about me. So my name is Dave Wisniewski. I actually grew up in Schaumburg. So actually, this is a really cool opportunity for me to bring a business where I used to, live right down the street. Went to Kona High School. From there, I went to the University of Iowa, and I was in the healthcare field. So this is totally new to me, totally different type of space for me. Um, Went to University of Iowa, worked in healthcare for 18 years. I actually met my wife at a rehab hospital in Chicago, Schwab Rehab Hospital. So I guess that place will always have a place in my heart because I met my wife there. So from there, I just started looking at different opportunities. I always had a little entrepreneurship in me. I was that kid growing up that would burn CDs for someone and then sell them. I always had that hustle in me. So I did want, to find an opportunity to work for myself and, build a business. And I have had the opportunity with another business I started called Goat Coats. I would love for you guys to also give that a follow. We make reversible bomber jackets. So that really started my entrepreneurship journey. And yeah, so I'm just, very excited, to be on this podcast and be in the Schaumburg area. And that's a little bit about, how this
Awesome.
journey came about.
Awesome. So we have a lot of questions here that we're
Yes.
going to be asking. But Gianna, could you at least introduce yourself and let everybody know a little bit about
Yeah.
yourself?
So my name is Giana. I became a licensed esthetician, meaning I know everything: skincare, hair removal, just beauty all around. I became licensed now a year ago now, last August
Awesome.
actually.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm just
Happy
proud of that.
anniversary. Yay.
Yeah. So I went straight to aesthetic school right out of high school, and I've just fallen in love with waxing, truly. I was actually in aesthetic school. I told myself that although I liked doing waxing, it wasn't something that I saw myself doing professionally, which was extremely closed-minded because
Here you
Well,
are.
Yeah, here you are.
but yeah, I absolutely love it, and I hope to continue doing it for many years.
Great. Well, I'm glad that you're joining us right now because we need you.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, oh, and we've got one more person that has jumped on. Jenny, hi. Thank you. Thank you so much for supporting. Jenny's with Camp IME, a nonprofit. So thank you so much. She's in my Introverts for Networking group also. So I really appreciate you supporting me on my live stream. So why don't we? I know Dave pretty much introduced himself, so I'm going to let that go. But what we have here is we want to ask a couple of questions. I know that you kind of gave a little bit of an idea of what you were doing prior to. What was your? I'm going to jump right into. What made you want to start waxing the city in Schaumburg? There had to have been your. What
Yeah.
was it?
Well, sort of from what I said before, getting to know me, I did grow up in Schaumburg, so this is, this area. I love this area. I grew up here until my parents moved when I was maybe 22, 23. My dad would know he might be on. I don't know that. 22, 23. But yeah, so Woodfield Mall's right here. You got all these amazing businesses, all the chain restaurants that I love. So I've always really have had a place in my heart for Schaumburg. We did look at other locations. We looked at Lake Zurich. We looked at Palatine. We looked south. We looked west. Really looked everywhere. But when it came down to it, Schaumburg was the place we really wanted to be. When we came up to our studio location, we were just like, me and Adriana, like, this is the one. Like, this is amazing. We're right next to a Starbucks. Obviously, that's our clientele, ladies getting their coffee, coming into our studio. So honestly, like, Schaumburg is the perfect location for us. Why I started the franchise in general, like I said, I have wanted to own a business pretty much my whole life. My sister and her husband, along with partners, looked at 300 plus franchises, and this one always came back as a very successful one. You have your support. So with franchising, you get so much support. I have weekly coaching. One of my coaches just flew in yesterday from North Carolina. Her name's Amanda. She's absolutely amazing. But she came, talked to the girls, looked at the studio, gave me ideas here and there. But I have marketing help. I have tech help. I literally have help across the board, anything I need. So I think the franchise model really helps out a lot. And then, yeah, I mean, literally just bringing this business home. It's very exciting to be here in Schaumburg.
Awesome. Well, welcome to Schaumburg, and we're happy that you're here. So, also, so what? I know we know that you do hair removal, but
Yes.
I'm sure that there's many other services that you do. Can you let everyone know what type of services you do provide?
Yeah. So I am not the expert, and I will not wax you. So don't worry about that. I have four amazing serologists. I think they're the best of the best. They do such a great job with our clients. But we literally, body waxing is our go-to. So anything and everything you think of getting waxed, we will wax it. And it's not just business for women. Like, men, come on in. You will experience it, and you will love it. Like, I did get my chest waxed, first time ever. That first strip, it hurt a little bit, but like after that, it was all good. Giana had two guys come in today. They got their backs done, full backs, and they left very satisfied. Look at her Google reviews today.
Oh,
Two of
wow.
them that were 5 stars. They raved about Giana's work. But besides the full body waxing, we do have some specialty services. And I would say one of the big ones is the brows. Ladies love getting their brows done. We literally just put brow lamination and lash lift on our menu this week. So the girls had to get a special training for that. So they went through a 2 hour process with the owner, which was really cool for them, and something that will help bring them more business because it's a new service. It's a service that a lot of the ladies really enjoy. And then some other specialty services we have a brightening treatment, we have a calming treatment, and we have a detoxifying treatment.
What's the detox?
So Giana is
Okay.
the pro on that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
let her
That's
explain that a
interesting.
little bit. Yes.
Yeah.
So these types of skin treatments, you could either do the day of your wax or 2 weeks post wax. So the brightening treatment, what it really does is exactly what it says. It brightens the specific area that may have more hyperpigmentation, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from ingrowns in the past, and so that type of treatment is really going to help with brightening that area and taking the pigment out of the skin, so you're actually seeing that pigment, go away. It's brighter. And then our calming treatment, I actually did perform the calming treatment on one of those back waxes today. So it was his first time, and he was just really nervous about how his skin would react post wax. So I said, you know what, let's go ahead and add on calming treatment. So what that entails is we're just doing products post wax that are really going to help with calming down the skin because redness is normal, and that area feeling tender post wax is also completely normal. So we just want them to leave feeling, you know, more comfort in that area.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
what a
calming.
comforted.
Yeah. And then the detoxifying treatment, we recommend doing 10 to 14 days post wax, and that really is more ingrown prone care. So if you're someone who has ingrowns or is more ingrown prone, which brief description, ingrowns are little hairs trapped underneath that skin buildup. That is really going to help with breaking down that dead skin, letting your serologist have easier access to those ingrowns so that you don't have to worry about them and the pain that comes with ingrowns. So yeah, those are sort of things.
So I know we never got to it, but you used the term serologist.
Yes.
So what I would love for you to do is just explain what is a serologist.
So a serologist, primarily our main focus is removing the hair completely from the root. But we also prioritize your skincare. So whether that be pre-wax skincare, you exfoliating the night before the wax, or what you do post-care. We're also going to make sure that we educate you on what to do with that. And even in the treatment room, if I notice that there's a skin concern that you may have, I'm gonna, recommend you some products, not because I'm selling you, but because I am prescribing it to you. Because we're the professionals and we know what's gonna, benefit you.
Hmm.
And the word serologist is a Waxing the City term that other studios don't use, so that
Okay.
it does sort of differentiate ourselves a little bit. They're called at other studios. I can't say this word well.
So we're all estheticians.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all licensed
Okay, yeah.
estheticians, but some studios just use the word waxer. Whereas serologists, you not only prioritize the wax, but you prioritize what happens after the wax.
Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah.
So learn something new
Yeah.
there. So we do have a question here. So I'm going to show. So Chris Black says, what type of training do the people go through as they are they licensed? So are you licensed?
Yes. So the term, if you are a licensed esthetician, it's almost an umbrella term for you either going into skincare, so facials, or if you want to become a makeup bridal artist, or like me, waxing. So during aesthetic school, they basically go through all of that, and it's a very long program. But
So how long is it?
so for me, I was a part-time student, so it took the longest. It took me 9 months, which is not
Okay.
that long of a time. Anyone can become an esthetician if they want to. But throughout those 9 months, they're showing us everything: skincare, waxing, beauty services. And then from there, that's where you decide which route you want to go through. So I decided waxing, and all these professional franchises, they need you to be licensed estheticians in order to practice there. So if you're not able to. So
Awesome.
we have the training.
Yes.
So I guess the moment is we want to know what is waxing.
Yeah.
So
So
so do you
yeah.
want to switch?
oh yeah, we can totally
Are we gonna do a demonstration?
yes.
Okay, everybody pay
So
attention. We've
so
got
waxing is just the process of hair removal from the root. So I am going to demonstrate my fellow serologist here.
We got our help.
we'll be
Yeah.
on the way.
Yeah.
Here
So
on
I'm
the
going
wax.
to show you guys how I just perform a wax. So you want to go in the direction of the hair growth, which for me is downwards, and kind of form a lip at the end so that you can get a good grip on the wax. And our wax is very smooth. Those are the comments that I've gotten, that it's smooth, it feels like butter, and it's not that hot. So what I do is I just do that, let it dry a bit, and then boom, there's
Oh,
off.
wow.
So
Okay.
it's a pretty, I mean, for me, it's an easy process, you know?
Yeah.
But that's,
You do it every day. I'm like,
exactly. But that's why we tell people we prefer you to leave it to the professionals when it comes to hair removal because you don't know what you're doing, can end up in the hospital sometimes. So, and then with waxing, um, at least here we use either hard wax or soft wax. So hard wax is the one that I just used, which it says it in the name. You let it dry, let it get hard, and you just remove the strip. Soft wax is it's a thinner consistency, so you want to actually apply it thinly, and then that's where those muslin strips come in, where you remove it using the muslin strip.
oh, is it a paper that goes on
Yes.
top of it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
that is soft wax with the wax and the strips, and this one is just the hard wax that'll dry.
And I think that's also something great about Waxing the City because we do use both types. Some other chains, I'm not going to call them out, but
No.
use only one wax, and this sort of gives our clients a better experience and options. Yes.
So Chris Black is asking again, is it really wax like from a candle?
No, not at all. No, these are professional products. And from all of the waxes that I've performed, not only here but in the past, everyone's gotten a good reaction from it. So, yeah, not from the candle. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't, please.
No, not quite, Chris. Don't do that. I don't want to find you home
Yeah.
pouring wax on yourself.
Take it to the hospital.
Yeah, no. So benefits of waxing versus shaving, what are they?
There's a lot. So, I guess I'll go through the process of each. So I already went through what waxing is, or removing the hair from the root. With shaving, you are literally just cutting the hair in half right at the surface of the skin. You're obviously not getting it at the root. And with that comes with, not potentially, this is what happens. Razor burns, itchiness, you become more prone to ingrowns because again, we're all assuming that you are using the same razor every time and you're not replacing them. So you're more prone to ingrowns, that skin buildup. And also, at least for me, when I used to shave, I would notice the hair come back within the hour, you know? So it's just like you carve out this time to shave and then boom, by the next day you already notice the hair coming back. So with waxing, we're completely, again, removing it from the root, so you're not going to get any of that itchy irritation from the little hairs poking through because it's going to take longer for the hair to go back since we're removing it from the root. And the more consistent you are with waxing, the more you'll notice that the hair goes back thinner, so then your waxes are less painful. And you'll notice that you'll have more time in between appointments. So we say for your first 3 sessions, at least every 4 weeks. And then from that point, you'll notice like, oh, my hair's not growing at the proper length until 5 weeks and then eventually 6 weeks. So those are really the main benefits. And I suggest everybody ditch the razor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you too. So obviously everything hurts, but everything hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
But what do you do to reduce the discomfort?
Yeah, so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Your first wax is going to be your most uncomfortable wax. Wherever you may get wax, that's just what's going to happen because your skin, your hair follicles are like, what is happening? Why are we removing the hair right from the root? And so I have a couple tips for reducing discomfort. So if you were to call ahead of time and you're worried about the pain or you have a lower pain tolerance, I would suggest popping in a painkiller, ibuprofen, Tylenol, whatever you've got on you, at least 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes before your wax. And it does help with reducing the pain. But again, we're ripping hair right from the root, so it's going to be painful. But what I do, it's all mental. It's really all mental because I've never not heard a first-time client tell me, like, oh, that was unbearable, like, I'm never doing this. They will always tell me that was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because, again, it's all mental. So what I do is I just like to, completely talk them through everything. So making sure that, focusing the conversation on them so that they have time to think about their responses and not what I'm doing, you know? And you just don't want an awkward, silent treatment room throughout your wax, and you have all these thoughts in your head like, oh, the next call, the next
Yeah.
call is gonna hurt. You just don't want to deal with that. So I just always like to make conversation in the room.
So I think is this next
That's my
person.
dad.
That's your dad.
Yes.
Hi, Ken. How are you? Thank you for joining. What do you say? Did I hear right that Waxing the City wax is imported from Spain?
Yeah, it
So
actually
we
is.
have the best of the best wax.
Mhm.
It
out
says,
there.
so he says, heard it's wax made especially for them.
Yes, Waxing the City has their special proprietary wax right from Spain. I don't think many other companies can say something like that. So
No, I don't think
very,
so. I don't think
very,
so.
great on the skin. I believe.
Yeah, no, it feels really great, honestly.
Well, Ken, thank you very much for joining my live stream, and I'm honored that Dad came on. So that's great. Thank you. So what I'm going to ask is, what is the care after you get your waxing?
So post care is very important. So what I always tell everybody, I like to reiterate it no matter how many times you come in, is these are just some things you want to avoid at least within the first 24 hours. If it's your first time, the 48 hours. So you want to make sure that you're not in contact with any hot water. So if you're going to shower that night, try your best to make it a cold shower, if not lukewarm. Um, no swimming, no chlorine, and no saunas. So really just no water, no steam,
So
none of that.
what would be the reason for that?
Because when we're taking the hair completely from the root, your pores are open.
Oh,
So
okay.
that leaves more room for whatever to get trapped in your pores and to cause irritation or even in some cases infection. And the chlorine
good
is a
point.
big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chlorine is a big one. You'll notice that this thing's gonna burn. Even when you just simply take a hotter shower, it's you'll notice the irritation. So we suggest that. We also suggest no sun exposure on the area because again it's freshly waxed and that can cause hyperpigmentation, and we just obviously hyperpigmentation doesn't necessarily look good on the skin if it's like right on your arm or anywhere visible. So we suggest no sun exposure. And then if you're in a relationship and you get a wax down there, no, none of that time for at least 24
None
hours.
of that.
It's important, yeah. Friction is not good,
Yeah.
at least for the 24 hours. So
Make a note of that
Yeah.
now, okay?
yeah, but yeah, those are all basically, I guess, restrictions is what I'd say for post wax, and it's only for at least 24 hours.
So what are the final results?
So what I like to tell people is that you're just going to notice that it's so much smoother, but the skin is also softer. So, like I said, by the more that you're consistent with it, you'll start to notice that your hair takes longer to grow back and it grows back significantly thinner. I myself, I have been waxing now for about 2 years, and I'm Hispanic, so we grow hair like crazy. It's coarse, it's everywhere, and I can tell you guys that in some certain areas, I don't even grow hair anymore, which I didn't even think was a possibility. Um, so yeah, just overall better results you get than with shaving.
So it reduces the growth back?
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
over time because you're just weakening the hair follicle with every surface.
Oh, that's
So,
interesting.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for this lesson
Yeah.
on waxing. I appreciate that. So what we're gonna talk. We're bringing the owner back in. So do you have a membership?
Yes, we actually have an amazing membership. It's called Club Orange. I think the greatest thing about our membership is there's really no catch. Like you're getting the membership, you're not paying the upfront costs. All these gyms out here or other waxing studios, I won't say names, will charge you 6 months up front. With ours, you're literally getting the membership, you're getting 20% off your preferred service. So let's say you're a woman that wants to come consistently. Let's say, yeah, like I said, a Brazilian. Our normal price would be $78. You're getting 20% off that service every time you come in. So any women that, this is a maintenance thing, it's a no-brainer. You really should get this membership. On top of that, you're getting 20 or 50% off on any other service. So let's say you come in for a Brazilian and today you're like, oh, I want to get my legs done. You will get 50% off that service. Another great perk. You get 10% off all our products. We have an amazing array of products. Some very name brands, but then we also have our Waxing the City brand, which is great. And then you another benefit would be that it carries over. So you don't have to use it every month. You have your credit. So let's say you want to skip a month, you still have then you'd have 2 credits. So you come back in 2 months, you use your credit, and then you can use that other credit for the following month, and so on. You also get a birthday gift, and the
Oh,
birthday gift is our Waxing the City Let Them Eat cake.
Jesus.
Sugar
Oh,
straw.
it's a sugar
And
straw.
gave-
Totally 80.
We gave one of these
Wow.
out today because Giana got a Club Orange.
Oh, awesome.
Cheers to her.
Yeah.
So yes, no, it really is an amazing membership. Like I said, if you are a waxer, if you're in it for maintenance, it really is a no-brainer, and we hope to see many more people join our Club Orange.
Oh, definitely. So, are there any specials coming up here now?
Yeah, so no, we
Yes.
have been running 50% off your first wax since we opened. So we did open July 3rd. So we're still very new. We're trying to get people through our doors, and 50% off. I mean, come on, that's that's really
Yeah.
it's an amazing deal. So anyone that has never been to a Wax in the City before will get 50% off your first service with any service you want. So we do have some more expensive services. We just added a smooth and soothe Brazilian, which normally runs 110. I think it's a great time to maybe try this, service out because you get half off, and then if you love it, join the Club Orange. You get 20% off from then on. Yes, that's an amazing special. After we do finish our 50% off, which will be the end of the month, so you better come in this month and get that. You will get 20% off your first wax. So we'll still do something for you. What else? We will do some products of the month coming up, so look out for those. We'll focus on those on our social media, Instagram, and all that. So we'll pick a product, maybe do 10, 15, 20% off that product for the month. Do we have any other specials?
Not special, but our product of the month is actually our fur aftercare kit.
Do you want to go get that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Just don't
And
trip
that
over my
is
stuff.
by far our top seller. We sell these every single day. Every client wants one.
So what is this? Okay, so
Yeah.
explain what is this? What is
Yes.
this?
So going back to all the restrictions for post wax, you also want to make sure that you're using products that are for in between your services that'll help make the waxing experience more better. And so this is our fur aftercare kit. So fur is a product line that mainly prioritizes in post wax for Brazilians down there area. But
Down there.
yeah,
Down there.
But they do sell products that you can use all over the body. For example, their scrub. I actually have the Terracotta Polaris scrub that I use every other day. But this aftercare kit, this includes the fur silk scrub, the fur oil, and the fur ingrown eliminator serum. So these are their most used popular products, if I'm not mistaken. And how you use them is the exfoliating scrub you want to use at most 3 times a week because there is such thing as over-exfoliating and you don't want to sensitize the area. And then whenever you use the scrub, you want to follow it with using the ingrown eliminator serum, also 3 times a week. And that one is really, so say you came in for your waxing service and your serologist picked out an ingrown, more than likely it will leave a hyperpigmented spot. So this is really good with just eliminating any potential ingrown that could come back from that same spot and taking the pigment out from that hyperpigmentation. And then this fur oil, this is your finishing product. So this you can use every day, wherever, all over your body. But yeah, this one is really good with just softening the hair so it comes back again even more thinner than if you weren't to use it. And yeah, these are like the holy trinity for post
Awesome.
Brazilian down there hair. So yeah,
10% off this month. Come and get it.
Oh, when you say high pigmented, is it like a red or color or what?
So the hyperpigmentation, it almost leaves like a brownish color. So
Oh,
if
really?
it's a fresh ingrown, it'll normally look like a pimple. And when it's been left there for however long, because it's not like we're looking at it ingrown and we're like, oh, let me pick it out. It's just at that point just dirt builds up. So it almost turns like a brownish, blackish color.
Oh, okay.
And so again, these products will really help with removing that pigment.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, we did skip, and maybe you can answer this. Yeah, so there's, Chris Black has a question. Any allergens, are people allergic to that stuff? So,
For that stuff. I'm assuming
are
the wax.
you talking about the waxing? I don't know, and hopefully he's,
I'm
You
assuming
just
the
said-
wax. So if it is the wax, that is why we make sure that with every new client that we get, we go through a client intake form. So
Oh,
that
okay.
basically goes through your entire medical history, and you only need to fill it out once. So that intake form covers all the services that we provide, not just waxing. And there, that's when we'll figure out, do you have any allergies, any allergens to willow bark extract, fruit extract, flower extract. And if that were the case, then us as the professional would let you know that we cannot perform the wax on you. Just because, although you may be a little mad at us, we'd much rather you
Oh,
be
God.
angry with us than to leave with an allergic reaction.
oh, God, yeah.
So,
And I think we're gonna see Chris next, right? Right, Dawn?
Are we gonna
Is
see
Chris
Chris in
gonna
there?
come
Chris,
in?
are you coming in?
He's gonna get a wax, right?
Oh,
The
Find out.
nose,
He's
hey, the
gonna-
nose and the ears, very big ones
Yeah.
for males
nose
too.
and
The
ears.
nose are quick. I've done my nose
Very
several
quick.
times, and it's
You done your nose, like how deep you go in your nose?
oh, it's not that deep. It's only like the little like border kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Men and women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men and women.
a lot
it's
of
less than 10
women
minutes.
do a lot of the face,
Really?
chin,
So, okay,
lip.
so face for women. What do you do on face for women?
So a lot of lip waxing and chin waxing.
So
also
lip,
brows.
lip, you mean like on her hair?
So basically,
No, lip.
yeah,
Lip, okay.
upper lip. So
All right.
that's where most people like notice that like 5 o'clock shadow. And don't shave on your face because it does, especially for women, it creates that 5 o'clock shadow. So
What did you say?
Who says he's on the side?
Yeah. So,
well,
Chris,
come
he
in.
goes, I'm still, and then underneath it,
Oh,
I'm
she's a chicken.
decided.
She's a chicken, yeah.
Oh, is that? No, he has his
Oh.
hands. It's his
Oh,
emoji
okay,
is the
okay,
hands
okay.
going up.
Well, make sure it's not as painful
Yeah.
as an experience.
Oh, that's-
So
But it's okay, yeah. So we're getting all of our questions answered here. So, is there anything? Oh yeah. Is there anything exciting
Yes,
coming up for
yes.
Waxing the City? And,
Yeah.
and now, oh come on,
Yes.
this is
We have,
exciting.
well, we have many things coming up this month, but our big thing is our grand opening on Friday. So, like I said, we have been open since July 3rd, but that was just to get people to the doors and whatnot. This Friday, we are going to have our ribbon cutting.
Exciting.
Yes, the mayor will be here. A bunch of
I will
Schaumburg
be
Business
here.
Association members will be here, family, friends, and we're really, gonna make it a fun experience for everyone. We're gonna have food, we'll have drinks. We're gonna do free brow fill-ins from all our serologists. What else? We're gonna have 10% off all our products. We're gonna have a bunch of raffles. As of right now, I have 8. I think we might add more, but with local businesses. So a lot of local businesses have been so gracious to just give us these baskets with free memberships for a month, and
Oh, cool.
Marriott gave us a free stay at one of their hotels
Oh,
for a night.
wow.
So yes, we have all these awesome raffles to enter those. You'll get 1 ticket for just coming, 3 if you buy a product, 5 if you book an appointment, 10 if you join our Club Orange. So there's different ways to get your raffle
Oh.
tickets. Obviously, we want some business.
Yeah.
But so that's our main thing coming up. At the end of the month, we will be at the September Fest, so we'll have a table there for 3 days, and we also get to be in the parade. So maybe
Oh,
I don't know if
really?
you guys saw
Oh, wow.
this, but I did dress as a Sasquatch one day. So maybe the parade, I will wear that to get the kids' attention.
Oh yeah.
Do something
Yes,
fun
yes,
for
yes.
them. So besides that, I'm always looking for things to do with the Schaumburg Business Association. It has been amazing. They have so many cool events, networking groups, and all that. So I'll be going to those throughout this month too.
Great.
So it's exciting.
Good. Yeah, I saw he came to my Coffee and Contact when I
Yes,
spoke,
yes.
so it was really nice having you there
No,
and
for
supporting
sure,
me. I
yes.
appreciate that. So, before we wrap up, I would love if you would just let people know one more time how they. I know we've been running it at the bottom, so if you've noticed it, we've been running information on the bottom, but let people know where you're located,
Mhm.
how they can get in touch with you, maybe even your hours of business.
Yeah. So, we're located in the heart of Schaumburg, right across from Woodfield Mall, 1020 North Meacham to be exact, right next to the Starbucks and 50 Bop. I always struggle saying that.
Coffee wax lunch.
Coffee Wax
Yeah,
Lunch.
there
It's
you
a
go.
beautiful day for you guys.
Mhm.
Our phone number is 847-648-7966. So, give us a call and we could get you booked. Or else you could go on our website, waxingthecity.com, and then type in Schaumburg, and we will come up, and our astrologist's names will come up. So if you want to book with Giana, you can. Um, and then also, we do a lot of fun posts. Our girls are really good at
Instagram post,
doing,
yeah.
Yeah.
fun, funny, educational type of stuff on our Instagram, Waxing the City Schaumburg IL. So give us a follow on there, and watch them make some fun videos and be with the Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're on Instagram,
We are on Facebook too. Yeah, Facebook is just Waxing the City Schaumburg.
Okay.
Pretty much all the social media streams. We do have a TikTok. We need to get that
Oh
going a little bit more.
yeah.
We're
A
getting
lot of
there.
fun stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
Well, I guess I mean, this
Oh,
is.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
go right ahead.
My contact.
Yeah.
if-
There you
if
go.
If you're
No.
on Instagram, also you can find me, through those links and everything. But if you have more direct questions just for me, my professional Instagram is beauty_by_Giana, Giana. And yeah, that's where I post all my content as well. I make funny.
You make your videos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe I can learn more
No,
from
for
you.
Yes,
You
She
know.
knows her
Yeah,
stuff, right?
yeah.
So hit me up if you have any questions.
Awesome. So I guess this is going to be a wrap. You will be seeing. I'm going to be doing another one. My next is going to be in October, so be on the lookout for that. But I really want to, thank I want to thank both of you for doing this Meet the Expert on the Block
Thank you for
live
having
stream.
us.
Oh, you're welcome. No
Yes.
problem. So, and until next time, I want to wish everybody a great rest of your week and thank you for joining us. Make it a great day. Bye bye.
Bye.